we're going to start with recruiting. Everybody knows that Clemson's 2026 recruiting class has obviously got started off with a bang. A couple weekends ago was one of the best weekends of Clemson football recruiting in quite some time, landing those 7 recruits right after the elite retreat. And what news do we have brewing in the recruiting department this week, Jordan?
Okay, hopefully, if my internet will let me do this segment, a quick little update on Clemson's recruiting efforts. They hosted a couple of top 100 prospects over the weekend. 2 new offers came out of that in cornerback Khary Adams out of Maryland, and Lamar, running back out of Georgia. 2 really high-profile kids. In terms of Lamar, he's kind of had conversations with various media sites since the visit. He named Clemson as the current number 1 on his board. So that is something to keep an eye on. Of course, you're going to be battling a lot of big time schools for his commitment. Georgia's certainly involved. Oregon, a lot of the top schools that you can name. I think according to On3, he's the number 4 running back in the class. Clemson, of course, still has 2 outstanding offers to Carson Baker and Jalen McGill. I'm not really keeping an eye on Jalen McGill, so really Carson Baker. So you're seeing Clemson start to, especially CJ Spiller, kind of get the running back board a little bit more expanded. I still think you're very much in it for Carson Baker. But this is a really good sign, getting one of the top running back prospects on campus, and him naming you as the leader. So sometimes Clemson doesn't like that. They don't like being perceived as a leader, but it's better to know that you're in the mix than not, at least from an outside perspective. So we'll kind of see how that continues to develop. He's not really looking to make a decision anytime soon. I definitely think his recruitment will go into official visits. And Khary Adams, another top 100, one of the top cornerbacks in the class. So Mike Reed already has some guys that already committed, like Marcel Gibson, but they're still. I expect them to probably take 2 or 3 corners in this class, and I think you're going to see. Blake Stewart is. Clemson is still trying to push hard for his commitment. That's primarily a Clemson-Miami battle. I think probably Miami has the edge right now. So I think this was a well-timed offer. Khary Adams seems to be really high on Clemson, and so we'll continue to monitor that. Other than that, I'm trying to think of. I should have had my notes together, but I got home late, so I'm just kind of winging it. Other than that, Clemson is continuing to kind of carry itself into April. I've heard really good things about kind of what that month might be for this recruiting cycle. So just kind of stay tuned, and the guys that we've talked about over the course of the last few weeks. Yeah, Clemson is kind of trying to get to the finish line with quite a few of them. So we'll kind of see how that continues to play out.
Yeah, absolutely. And Jordan, one more question before we leave the recruiting news. Any pressing decisions coming soon in the next couple of weeks for any of the guys on Clemson's big board?
Not anticipating any in particular.
Okay.
Of course, we had Zion Giles over the past week commit to South Carolina. That was kind of, and if you guys have been paying attention, that was kind of a thing that it wasn't a well-kept secret. I think Clemson did their best when he came in on the elite retreat weekend, but South Carolina has always held the cards, and that recruitment is what it is. I don't think Clemson's too broken up about losing him. They would have taken him if he wanted to come, but you're in a position right now where you can, especially along the offensive line, where you can afford a loss or 2 on the trail, because you already have put together such a strong class, and you're still in it for quite a few others. So that's kind of really the rundown. I could make a long list of. I could go through every single one, but that would take us forever. Isaac Smith asked about The defensive back from Dorman, he's talking about Contavion Polo Anderson. Yeah, he is going to commit on his birthday in May. So still kind of where I think you're going to have to wait for that because I don't think he plans on moving that anytime soon. So you just got to hold tight for him. I think you're in the driver's seat. And when it's all said and done, I think Clemson, will be the choice. But he's going to commit on his birthday. He's been vocal about that. He doesn't plan on moving it and changing it. So we'll he's going to have to hang on until then. Jeremiah's mentioned Zayden Crimpin from Texas. Yep, Clemson has done a awesome job with him. He's a guy I wouldn't be surprised pops soon. He doesn't have off the top of my head, I don't think he has a planned decision date. So I'm definitely keeping an eye on him. Wouldn't surprise me if he decided to pull the trigger. Clemson was very, very much he was very much impressed by Clemson, him and his family. There's a really, really strong culture fit there. So, I think Clemson definitely put themselves in the driver's seat for him as well. So I'll be keeping an eye on that one.